Hey guys, Preston here. So me and Jimmy were hanging out the other day, and when he got picked up, he left some of his stuff here on accident. So we're just gonna go over it all. And y'all have never seen this before. This is my father's jean jacket, and I remember we used to go to a local restaurant when I was like 4 or 5 or 6 or something like that. And he would always be wearing this whenever he came back home from work. And I just found it in one of our closets here at the house. And I'm going to see if he'll let me keep it. I like it a lot. It brings back some good memories for me. But let's get to it. What do I think about Jimmy's gear? I like this. For sure. Notice it's got leather on it. This is a trend for Jimmy. But cowboy hat's good. It's kind of rigid. This one might be better for summer, you know. My dad says come September you need to get your black felt cowboy hats out, and those get dirty pretty easily. But for now, this one's nice. I like it. I don't know how much this costs, like 30 bucks or something. But it works, and it looks good too. So I like that. It's good. Next thing, we have this. This is Jimmy's Fiskars axe. I think it's more of a splitting wedge or something at this point. It's got a pretty fat angle right there. But this tool will get the job done as long as you have proper sharpening equipment. One thing you gotta be careful on something like this is every time you sharpen it, it gets like thinner when it comes. But every time you sharpen it, you bring it back, and eventually you're gonna have a real steep angle. The farther down here you get, it'll get real fat real quick. So that's something about these tools you gotta be careful about. But as long as you know how to take care of it properly, this will last a long time. And even if it's not sharp, you know, putting 3 pounds on the end of a pole and making it a wedge shape, it'll go into whatever you're chopping at. So it's a good tool, gets the job done extremely well. It may not be as comfortable as a Grants Force, but it works. And if you don't need that extra bit of comfort and whatever, you know, save the money. This thing's probably 30 bucks. The Grants Force 150 bucks, and sometimes even 200. So this will last just as long, especially made out of polymer. It'll last longer. So good tool option right there. All right. Next thing is we have a water bottle. There's nothing in there. Leather. It's just a single walled for boiling your water and your fire, but it's seen a lot of usage, obviously, but it's still a great water bottle, and we've used it on many campouts over the last 2 years, so that's nice. And seems to be a pretty solid lid as well. Thick plastic, not that cheap crap. Alright. Next we have a poncho. Take a look at this. Alright, so here we go. Alright, this is a big poncho. Alright, gosh, pretty decent sized hood on there. It'll unbutton all the way and just be a straight blanket, I guess, kind of. You know what, this one actually, I think I know why it carries this. This totally doubles as a an emergency tarp if you had to use it. Well, it's not really a tarp, but it'll totally work for that as well. So that's pretty good, because you can just undo it like this. Now it's huge. All right. So, that seems pretty nice.
Oh God, King of glory and grace, open me a fountain of faithful praise and it flow from the depths of my heart.
Yeah, that's a big old emergency shelter there. I mean, you got the hole where the hood is at, but you just put those buttons together, and then you're good to go. So, very good piece of kit right there. What else have we got? Here we go. His Enzo. When I sold this to him, oh, and forgive this. This is blocking that glare. So, doing my best with that. This right here is his Enzo. I was giving him the box that it came with in the first place, but he left it on accident. Leather. Ooh. Oh, that sheath has gotten tight. That's awesome. Okay. Oh man. He's been keeping this sucker sharp. Let's see if I've got any paper I can test it with. Well, maybe not as sharp as I thought. It feels good though. Okay, it's doing it. Alright, so it didn't tear it. Still went through it. It just needed a little bit of help like that. Okay, so that's good. And the thing is, even though it may not be like super sharp, it doesn't have any edge damage. And that's what matters most. When you look down your edge, you don't want to be able to see any reflection. So, no reflection coming off this edge right here. So that's good, and that's all you need to work well with wood. So, good. This knife is still a great knife. It's the perfect size for a bushcraft knife. You don't need a blade that's going up to there. That's actually like, let me just compare it right over here to this thing. This beast, okay. Surprisingly, I've seen more edge damage on this than I've seen on this. Okay, I took this out and I was really using it the other day, and did a fire and just worked with it, doing a little bit of batoning work, and I was surprised to see how much damage this edge got. I mean, it's got like tiny bits of rolling towards the edge and little flat spots and stuff all over the place. Like, this needs a full sharpening session now, but this sucker, these like Scandi convex grinds, it's when you end up with a perfect Scandi in the beginning and you sharpen it, kind of rounds out a little bit. These just hold an edge way better, even if it's cheap steel. Like, this is 12C27 Sandvik stainless, which really isn't the best steel in the world, but it's performing better than S30V on a Benchmade. So that's surprising. And you know, just a tested and proven design is what this is right here. So this is holding up better than my Benchmade. This was 75 bucks. This is 195. This one, with slight modification, has a better sheath, no rattle, good retention. And this one has its sheath, which, by the way, I just got a replacement for this thing from Benchmade when I got the knife back. Look at this. How about that? Look at all that exposed edge right there. Slice your finger deep. Bad design. I mean, this should have been lowered down to about there and then wrapped up over so it would actually hold it tight. But no, it doesn't. And then when you're running, because look at this loop too. That's huge. It swings around. And then the D-ring. Yeah. So this thing, I mean, it's got a little ring right there, but it's got the leather on there. And it's got still a big loop. But if you put this there and then put the belt through it, it'll hold it much tighter. So, yeah. Better design. This is actually probably a better knife than this one. I'll be honest. I can't give this enough praise. The only problem for me, and the reason I got rid of it, was because how thin that is right up here. It's kind of square, a little bit thin. The web of my hand, it's kind of big, right? So carving with this, putting a lot of pressure down, it kind of hurt right in there for me. You can't really see it, but it was kind of killing me there. So that's why I got rid of it. But for not hard work, it's still comfortable. And it fits the hand perfectly. And the blade is not too long, so you can get your thumb halfway down it to help with the fine work. You know, the sweep isn't too big on here. You know, it's just enough. So you still got a relatively low point for easier carving. This is a wonderful knife. And the weight is great. So, yeah, I don't see any problems with this. I think it does better than my Benchmade Bushcrafter. I mean, it outperforms it. It cuts better into the wood. It seems to hold an edge longer, depending on how you sharpen this one. And with a Scandi grind, you have more ability. You can round it a little bit to make it into more convex and increase that durability. But I'm telling you, if you round this thing any more than it already is, you're going to have a steep, fat edge. I mean, look at this. Here's the cowboy hat for contrast. You know, I don't know if you can really see how thick this knife gets and how quickly. And this one still gets thick quickly, right? But the difference here with this one is that it's super thin at the edge. And once you're carving into the wood and you get it past that and it slips up over the end of the grind there, once it gets over that, it slides past it just fine. So, and since this is all a thinner angle than the very edge of this is going to just cut way better. So, yeah. All in all, he left a pretty good kit here for me. Well, not for me, you know, just at my house. And all of his tools, they seem to be well thought out options. You know what I'm saying? This one, this guy, this axe, even though I personally prefer a better axe, this will still get the job done and costs way less. You know, the poncho that can easily unbutton, and it's heavy duty enough that it could double as an emergency shelter. Yup. Alright, it's golden. Can't offer enough praise for this stuff. It's well set up. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed this cowboy hat too. God bless y'all.